welcome to the hottest now internet show on the internet today, the A-List. I am your host, the game changer, Wes Troop. As always, we are here weekly to talk about what happened in the movie world. Maybe some music, some TV, and of course some Disney parks. It's all, a little potpourri for everybody, if you will. So, this is different for us because usually we are on YouTube, but right now we're live on the radio, so that's pretty cool. I figured it was, we're coming up on about 5 years of doing the A-List, and I thought it might have been time for a little bit of a change, if you will. So we kind of rebooted ourselves in a way. Oh yeah, we're going to the thrift shop, baby. We got $20 in our pocket. We got to pop some tags. That's what we're doing tonight. But, let's see. I figured I would talk a little bit about the A-List for those of you first listeners, who are just hopping on the bandwagon. So, what is the A-List, you may ask? It is a weekly blog where I talk about movies, music, Disney parks, TV shows, and whatever else may or may not pop up. So, let's see. What do we have to talk about this week? Well, I'm thinking about, first off, this is episode number 0, because this is our test episode to make sure everything goes smooth, which hopefully it does. You never know. So, going comic-wise, there's always that issue number 0. This is our issue 0. So, let's hope everything goes all right. Now, I'm thinking about having guests here on the A-List weekly, when I can get them, of course. And definitely I have some people want to come on, so, but I figured this one we'll just run it ourselves. And I will give you a little bio about me in case you don't know who I am, for shame. So, this is a little bit about Wes Troop. Oh yeah, that's my kind of music. So, I hail from Wyomissing, Pennsylvania. I hope everyone knows where that is. Yeah, because it's kind of a big deal. No, just kidding. It's about an hour from Philadelphia, if you're not familiar with the area. I started the A-List blog back in August 2008. Yes, like I said before, almost 5 years ago. And I started as a blog on, MySpace, yeah, and Facebook back in 2008, and then I upped it to a YouTube show in late 2008. I think I did the A-List Awards as my first video, and that's still on YouTube, by the way. I'm very green and around the gills on that one, so don't judge me. I've been reviewing movies. Obviously, if you're ever my friend on Facebook or Twitter, you see that almost every day. Since April 2010, today will be my 690 review. So yeah, let's just say I've seen a lot of movies. Some good, some bad. All within the last 3 years, surprisingly. I've also am an author. Yes, you can't get enough of that. I wrote the A-List Review 2012 Movie Review Yearbook. And in that is over 140 reviews from the year 2012. It's basically my annual collection of all the movies I saw from 2012, what I thought about them, what ratings I gave them. In case you don't have the patience to sit through 140 episodes of mine. You can all just read them at your leisure. And I've gotten a lot of good feedback from that, surprisingly. It's great to see what is worth watching if you're not a huge movie buff. And you just sort of rent here or there. It's great to see what's worth picking up. It's only $10. You can contact me through Facebook or Twitter. Speaking of that, if you have any questions throughout today's broadcast, you can tweet me at WesAList, WESALIST. Yeah, that's right. I'm not the spelling bee champion here, but definitely tweet me, and I might put your tweet on the air. So, and of course you can use hashtag A-List Radio. Also, obviously I'm a big movie fan. I have almost over, well, I haven't counted in the last year. I'm guessing almost 3,000 DVDs. I'm up to something like that. So that's interesting for many people. Not for me, I'm used to it. I could basically reopen Hollywood Video, peeps. But anyway, yeah, I have a ton of DVDs. In other, my spare time, which I have very little of, I am the lead investigator of Spirit Paranormal, which is... Hold on, we gotta get the Superman up in here. Oh yeah, there we go. Get ready for Man of Steel, baby. I am the lead investigator of Spirit Paranormal, which is a ghost hunting group, if you will. It's interesting. Definitely seen some interesting things out there the last couple years since I've been doing it. And I also host the Night Haunts webisodes on YouTube. They're on my channel. I will tell you how to subscribe to my channel later in the show. I'm also the co-host, or was, of Night Haunts Radio right here on Blog Talk with Dominic Ferrante. And we are on a little bit of a hiatus right now. Not sure what we're doing, but you guys will be the first to know when we come up with something. Also, if you are subscribed to me on any of my things, you will notice I am a big Disney parks fanatic. Yes, love my Disney parks. I've been to Disney World on 6 vacations, definitely always planning on the next, and I've been to Disneyland once, back in high school. And I'm hoping to make it out to California next year. Hopefully next spring. And yeah, that'll be pretty cool. Also, I have a background in musical theater. Yeah, I know. What does this guy not do? Anyway, I played some roles such as Brad Majors in the Rocky Horror Show. Yes, I wore fishnets and high heels. I was Roger in Grease. Yes, I mooned the audience. I was Arab in West Side Story. The only really embarrassing thing I did there was dance. If you've seen my dancing, you'll know. And I played the Grinch in Seussical, among many other roles. Also, last but not least, a little bit of my description here. I am a proud member of the Sinister Six. And if you're on Twitter or Facebook, you'll have seen me and my friends talking about the Sinister Six. We were trending hot topic #1 on Twitter one night during the MTV Movie Awards. We are a group of Disney, animation, and of course movie fans that are just all around awesome people. So shout out to the 2 Mandys, to Jeff, to Kyle, and to Dill, because they make up the rest of the Sinister Six. Well, peeps, I think that's about it about me. Let's get into what happened this week.
People, don't you know it's about time. Can you hear the jam is pumping while you taste the...
You know, you gotta shake that body. You gotta move it.
Yo, come on, move this.
All right.
Shake that body.
So, first up in What's Up This Week, as I call this segment, we have some Disney movie news. Oh yeah, you gotta get the droid room going. So, first up, Disney and Pixar have announced release dates all the way up to 2018. Wow, 2018, guys. That is a while. You can start marking your Taylor Swift calendars now. You know, the one that she has a different boyfriend in each picture of the month. Anyway, so Disney's release dates that they announced are for March 4th, 2016, November 23rd, 2016, March 9th, 2018, and November 21st, 2018. So nothing in 2017 for the Disney Animation Company. But Pixar has some for every year. Pixar have marked off on their calendars June 17th, 2016. That is the usual week where they release a movie. June 16th, 2017. And then you got two that year, November 22nd, 2017, and June 15th, 2018. I hope you got all those dates, because I'm not repeating them again. Anyway, there's been speculation on what these releases could be. Disney-wise, I have no clue what it could be. Pixar-wise, I would be very cool with the much-talked-about Incredibles sequel, which everyone's been wanting to see. And of course, sooner than those release dates, upcoming, we've got the Monsters University in just a couple weeks. We've got Frozen this November from Disney, which very little has been known about that, but things are starting to come out. Check out the Rotoscopers. They've always got Frozen coming out of their websites. I was thinking of a different word, but whatever. The Good Dinosaur comes out next June from Pixar. And, you know, that's been interesting. Haven't heard a whole lot about that. I'm assuming it has to do with the dinosaur, though. And Big Hero 6, which is actually a Disney-Marvel collaboration. It's based off of a Marvel comic, and it will be going into theaters next fall. And we're definitely looking forward to that one. So those are the Disney Parks releases. Uh-oh, you hear that music? That means it's time to sing with the birds. Well, it means it's time for some Disney Parks news at least, because we've got some interesting stuff that went down this week. Some not so happy news in the happiest place on earth. Did you see what I did there? Oh, yes, you did. First off, in Disneyland this week, a dry ice water bottle in a trash can caused a mini explosion Tuesday night in Mickey's Toontown, and people had to be evacuated. I was evacuated from Mickey's Toontown for other reasons, but we shall not speak of that on the radio. Just kidding. Totally kidding. Don't ban me from the park. Anyway, yeah, so this dry ice bottle exploded in a trash can. All is well, though, and the guests were all allowed back into that part of the park. Although it does beg the question, where was Mr. Jeff Heimbuch at the time? Yes, my friend Jeff moved out to California just a few weeks ago. In fact, he was at home. Yes, I called and made sure he was not there. It was a disgruntled employee that did the dirty deed, done dirt cheap. And from It's a Small World, who would have guessed the employee was from? I guess hearing that songs for 8 hours a day finally made someone snap. Now, over to our friends in Florida. They had an incident in the park as well. And it was another not so happy thing. A man brought a loaded gun onto the ride Dinosaur in Disney's Animal Kingdom, and he left it in his Time Rover. Nice. He was a family man too, go figure. I think someone needs to tell him, maybe it'll be me, maybe it'll be someone else, but hey buddy, the dinosaurs on this ride, they're not real. Evidently, he thought different. Alright, now, into some more interesting movie news that was announced this week. Oh yeah, the cha-cha-cha, la-la-la! You're gonna get ready for it, because we've got some interesting, very interesting animated movie news to go with our topics. Warner Brothers and WWE, yes, the wrestlers, will be collaborating on a new straight-to-DVD Flintstones movie. Yes, you heard right. The Flintstones. Weirdly enough, I was just talking about this with someone this past week about I'm surprised they haven't rebooted the Flintstones. And ask and you shall receive, evidently. This time, they will have to, I guess they will be seeing the main event. The Flintstones will be going to the wrestling world. I'm not exactly sure what's happening, although I do know John Cena Stone, boo, will be facing CM Punk Rock. Wow. CM Punk's gotta love that. Anyway, funny enough, Hulk Hogan wrestled in the Stone Age, so this movie might be, it should be fine. Yeah, we're not gonna lay our eggs before they hatch on that movie. I'll let you know how it is. Uh-oh. You guys know what that music means. It's time to slap in the bass. Yes, because we've got some Fanboys R Us news. I used to play an imaginary instrument on the YouTube version of this show. What's up, peeps, if you're watching on YouTube? We're going to do some air instruments on the radio we'll probably not go over. Here, listen, my air saxophone. I know, it sounds great. Anyway. So, we got the rush banging, and we've got some fanboy news. Glenn Close has been reported to play a leadership role in the Nova Corps in the Guardians of the Galaxy film that is coming out next year. Glenn Close and Disney have worked together in the past, of course, with 101 Dalmatians. Woof, woof! Yes, she was Cruella de Vil, the lady that comes into my workplace looking for her apple martini mix. So, anyway, this inside joke. Glenn Close will be looking to play the leader of the Nova Corps, an intergalactic space patrol, if you're not familiar with the Guardians of the Galaxy, which I'm really not so much. I know better comic books, but, Guardians of the Galaxy is looking to be an interesting film. Also, with that film, John C. Reilly has been rumored to play Roman Day, who is basically the Agent Coulson of the Guardians of the Galaxy series. I think that would be pretty interesting. I'm a big fan of John C. Reilly, as we know, and it'd be interesting to see what he could bring to the Marvel Universe. Also rumored up for that role are the likes of Alan Rickman, yes, Professor Snape himself, Hugh Laurie, yeah, Dr. House, and Ken Watanabe, yes, from the Christopher Nolan movies. He's always in them. They've been also rumored. Anyway, at any rate, I will let you know what the casting news is when we hear more. And of course, Guardians of the Galaxy is slated to open August 1st, 2014. Well, that music brings us to some James Bond news. Yes, and for one director, it is not the end. You're wrong, Adele. It is not the end. For Sam Mendes is returning to direct James Bond number 24. No, it's not the end, Adele. I told you before. Anyway, and likely Bond number 25. I'm very pumped about that news. Even though he declined in the past, he is going to do 24 and probably 25. So you know what I say? I say sweet! Definitely. Bond 24 is looking to be out next fall, and of course, Daniel Craig will be starring. And he'll be starring in 25 too, so it'd be nice for Sam Mendes to wrap up a Skyfall trilogy with Daniel Craig behind Bond. Ooh. Uh-oh. You hear the creepy music? It's time for the hinges to creak. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some horror movie news this week. Some interesting news for fans of the Chucky series. Are there still some out there? I mean, I'm a fan, but some of the last ones were a bit much, if you will. Well, we all know that there is going to be a Child's Play reboot in the works, but there is also a Chucky movie coming from the minds of the people that brought us the last few. Oh dear. And Instagram pic was posted this week. By the way, I do now have Instagram. I sold out yet again and have an Instagram. So follow me. I'm at Wes A-List, like my Twitter. Anyway, so Fiona Dourif, who is one of the stars of the new Chucky movie, The Curse of Chucky, and also the daughter of Brad Dourif, who voices Chucky, of course, has a bit of a... she showed the soundtrack from the new Chucky movie, and Chucky looks like he has a bit of a redesign, if you will. Weirdly enough, he kind of looks a little bit like Jack Black. So Chucky will be saying, "You can't destroy the meadow!" Yeah, anyway. So that's the Curse of Chucky news. And it will be a straight-to-DVD release as of now, out this fall.
I came to play. There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees. I came to play.
That means it's time for our reality report. This week, well, normally I don't get mad at these things, but this week The Voice pissed me off, brother. Oh man, the two of the best singers in The Voice competition went home. Yes, Judith Hill and Sarah Simmons, both who were on Team Adam, got the boot on The Voice. And I was not happy. Yes, Adam Levine says he hates this country. I think people took that a little bit out of hand. He didn't mean he was gonna start a war or anything. He wasn't going to, re-announce his citizenship to Russia. He's just making us, it slipped out. And, sometimes it's gotta be said. Anyway, non-country fans need to unite and get some of Mr. Team Blake Shelton's guys out of there if you're not a country fan. I'm not really a country fan, so I was a little disappointed seeing a couple of those people stick around. Anyway, my tangent of that is over now. And we are now going to talk about American Idol, another reality show. Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey, who were judges last season and didn't do a very good job, in my opinion, are officially now done with American Idol. Awesome! Because I'm saying this right here, we'll see if I'm wrong or not, I think Idol has one season left. If they don't make it next season with better judges and the ratings are still down, they're done. That's just my opinion. We shall see what happens. It's time for me to make my box office prediction, the B.O.P. Every week I take a jab at what will be the #1 movie in America's box office. Last week I said the Fast and the Furious, no, not the, Fast and Furious 6 would be #1 at the box office, and it was, making me 171 and 40. That's right, I've got 171 of these right. Wow, I know, and 40 wrong. We won't talk about that though. Anyway, this week you got some interesting new releases. You've got After Earth, which, yeah. I was mad on it, but there's been a lot of negative things said about it the last couple days. And, I don't know, my interest in it really dropped. I mean, Will Smith is box office gold, but his son is a brat. I don't care. And, M. Night Shyamalan, who directs this, was kind of hidden from this whole movie. You don't see anywhere directed by M. Night Shyamalan. It's kind of a secret, so when you go into the theater and see it, you can groan there. Also coming out is Now You See Me, a movie about magicians, which looks kind of interesting as well. It's got to be better than Burt Wonderstone, at least. And, I was interested in that film, but that also has kind of a rotten rating right now on Rotten Tomatoes. Hopefully it will get better as the week goes on, and I will, of course, review those movies if I have seen them. Basically, that comes down to my number one pick at the box office this week. I'm picking Fast and Furious 6 again. I think it's gonna rev into the number one spot. Yeah. So, now, ladies and gentlemen, on to a new section here at the A-list. I'm going to be doing a weekly trivia question. I know, so exciting. This week's trivia question, oh yes, and you can answer this on Facebook, you can answer this on Twitter, you can answer this anywhere, on the YouTube, anywhere you can possibly find. The winner will be entered into a drawing at the end of the year. I know, but it'll be worth it, trust me. The prize will be my 2013 A-List Review movie yearbook, a free copy, which you don't get anything better than that. Anyway, so this week's trivia question, it could be from movies, music, TV, Disney parks, whatevs. This week is a Disney parks question, and the question is, in Disney's Animal Kingdom, because we talked about it earlier, in the dinosaur attraction, no, not if you can bring your own gun or not, what TV mom portrays the role of Dr. Marsh? In the pre-show entertainment, there's a TV mom that plays the role of Dr. Marsh. Who is the celebrity? And of course, if you are the first to get this one right, you will be entered into the raffle of doom. Yes, awesome. It's time for me to pick the babe of the week. Yes. This week, I reviewed the movie Not Fade Away. So if you haven't seen my review of that film, check it on out on my YouTube. It's an interesting movie, but the best part of it, I thought, was this little chica named Bella Heathcote, who you may remember from Dark Shadows. She is this week's Babe of the Week.
There's a lot of pretty girls in this city. There's a lot of pretty girls in this city. I'm trying to pick the one.
Well, unfortunately, that music means that's all the time we've got for this week. Wow, did that half hour go fast when you talk about nothing. Yeah, I know, see? Even someone had to laugh about that. Anyway, so, until next time, don't miss one single A-list second. You can subscribe to me right on YouTube. Check out some of my other videos, including my reviews for such recent films as Fast 6, The Hangover 3, and Epic. The web address is youtube.com/WesSida515. WESIDA 515. You can like me on Facebook at facebook.com/Wes Troop A-List. Like me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter at Wes A-List. The @ WESALIST. And of course, if you're interested, you can pick up a copy of my book. Contact me through Facebook or Twitter. Well, you hear Mary Poppins counting down. A spoonful of sugar! Yes, she does have. Until next time, peeps. Hope you all enjoyed it. Troop.